Alright. Hello one, Luminar here, and today we're doing some Fate Grand Order. Yeah. But this one's gonna be a little bit different from the rest. Because, as you can tell, completely different account. It's like, what happened to all your levels? Why did you restart? Don't worry, it's just a it's an alt account. So first I'm gonna explain something. You see, I wanted to show all of Fuyuki, but because of the opening movie they do at the start, well, after, sometime before when you cleared Fuyuki, it kind of gets you into the range of getting hit with a copyright, and I kind of didn't want to risk that, so that's kind of why I started a little bit basically after clearing Fuyuki. Now, as you can tell, this is during the last few days of the Summer 3 rerun. But this one's going to be a little bit different. This is going to help out some of the new players or the players that are starting out, to show what you can do without any of the event servants. I mean, yes, you can get the welfare servants, but if you're kind of on a time limit, like trying to clear all of Summer 3 rerun within the 3 days, and you're just starting out, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So first let's take a look at the gifts. So when you clear Fuyuki, you get Ku, Kasaku. So let's get him. So there's that.
おっと、今回はキャスターでの限界ときたか。ああ、あんたらか。前にあったな。
Alright. So now you want to keep Kasaku because he is a very good free 3-star caster servant. So don't deny him or burn him or anything. It's a good idea to keep a lot of your servants, because even if there's some you don't like, you can just let them be for a while. Now then, when you do the first day logins, you get the friend points, 2,000 of them, and an exchange ticket. As you can see, for this month, we get Eternal Ice, Evil Bone, and Stake of Wailing Night. Now, you get plenty of Evil Bones just from clearing Fuyuki, so you start off with a good 15. So let's grab a Eternal Ice. Whoops. Now, when you're first starting out, they're kind enough to give you 5 summon tickets, so it's 5 rolls, a golden fruit, 2,000 more friend points, 2 Saint Quartz, 100,000 QP, and 20 Blaze of Wisdom. Now this helps us out a good deal, so we're going to hit receive all to get them all. Now close out. So now let's take a look at the missions. So as you can tell, these missions here are set for, half of them are set for the rerun event. It's like the Gale, Fluffy, and BB bills. Those are rewards you get from doing missions and quests in the event. Yes. Fate Grand Order is a game that many talk about. Now, over in the extra, you get different rewards for clearing different parts of the game. So, for clearing the Section 3 of Fuyuki, you get 2 free quartz.
報酬獲得です。
Now, when you clear a singularity, you get 10 free quartz.
先輩、レイシフト酔いはしていませんか？
So,
資源はいくつに見えますか？
so you basically add a good 22 quartz already. Now, before we go any further, we're going to go to Summon. Now, I know there's a lot of people will be pretty much eager to use the tickets they got and all, or stuff to try and roll for servants. So, right now we got the limited banners going up. There's Summer BB, and Mysterious Hero Double X. Then there's Summer Ushiwakamaru and Summer Janine. Then we got Gilgamesh, Edmond Dantes, and Robin Hood. Now Dantes here, he's a event servant. Same with Ushiwakamaru, Janine d'Arc, BB, and Heron Double X. Now let's go over to the friend point summon. You can basically get servants, and you can do a 10 roll. You can, depending on what the roll gives you, you could get servants, craft essences, which will help you out during the game, command codes, which you can put onto your servants, and EXP cards. So we're going to do a 10 roll and let that go. So I'm going to let this go to show off the stuff you get in a friend point summon. Alright, so servants go by stars, so like 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars. 5 stars are called SSRs, because that's the highest rarity for servant rolls. 4 stars are SRs, which is basically super rares. So you can kind of figure out where the other S comes from for the SSR. The 3 stars, 2 stars, and 1 stars, you can pretty much get them through any roll. But sometimes there are event servants, like event 3-star servants. So, and they only come up during certain events and reruns. So don't worry if you don't get them. And yet, they will be showing up on the list of servants that's out there. But when starting out, it's always good to use what you have. As you can tell, when it says Heroic Spirit Summoned, that means when you're getting it the first time.
セイバーイヤソン、召喚に応じて参上してやった。私は勇者であるが、その前に船長だ。いいか、くれぐれも前線には出すなよ。絶対に出すなよ。
So, when you first summon a servant, if you haven't gotten them before, they do this intro. So, if you end up getting a second copy of them, you don't have to worry about them doing the intro again, but alright, hold on, I'll show you. We go to Enhance.
ようこそダヴィンチちゃんの強化ラボへ。 今日ものんびり始めようか。
Alright, so Noble Phantasm. Pretty much like, let's say we roll 2 Jasons here. One of them would the first servant you get, like the heroic spirit summon, they instantly go into the lock, so you don't have to worry about losing them. The others, all copies would go here where it says enhancement materials, and the highest you can get them up to is NP5, which is Noble Phantasm, which is basically the ultimate attack. By having it go up each time, it can do more damage, but you also have to remember that you gotta make sure that the servant's level goes up as well.
仕上がりはどう？細かな変化でも成長
Now
は成長だ。足場作りはしっかりね。
I'm gonna explain this special ascension. So basically, let's say you have a level 1 4-star servant like Sathino here. What you can do is, the special ascension allows you to get them all the way up to the final ascension, which is having all 4 stars there, and to the level to it. So, let's say I used on Sathino here, she'd go all the way up to level 70 with 4 stars. She wouldn't hit max power, but she'd be just 10 levels under it. But you can only do it once per account. There's no trying it again. So it's a free instant level up for anyone you choose. But make sure you choose the one you want to get at max ascension wisely.
そろそろクエストに戻る？よろしい。存分
So
に試してきたまえ。
as you can see what it says, Janine the Alter Berserker, EXP2, that's for the welfare servant that's going on for the event. Welfare servants are basically 4-star servants you can get for free by completing the main story of a quest. So you don't have to worry about doing a whole bunch of gacha rolls or anything to try to get them. They'll be there right away. Now the thing is, the EXP cards you get for servants here, they go by class, like Saber, Archer, all the way on all that stuff. Now, the gold ones here are the EXP all classes, so they can be used on any and all servants. So you don't have to worry about trying to class match with those ones, because they go with everyone. There's some servants, like Mash Kraylite here. She's literally the only shielded in the whole game, as we know of right now. So you could give her any of the EXP cards here. Like, okay, we'll give her... We'll just give her all the ones we got right here. And there's a reason, don't worry. So, her max level right now is just at 30, because that's before doing any ascending.
お疲れ様です。レベルアップですよ、先輩。
So, okay, you get regular success, super success, and great success. Great success and super success gives you the XP a tremendous boost. So, and when doing the leveling up, try to start with at least 10 cards at first, because that way if you get a super or a great, you'll have cards left over to use on another servant. And with Mash there, you don't want to keep her at level 1. you want to use her. Well, at least get her leveled up. Because there will come at times where she'll be the only servant you can use. So don't leave her at level 1. Level her up as often as you can or whenever you want. Because it'll definitely benefit you. Okay, there's one thing I do want to go over. So, just give it a moment. Okay, so this is the story summon banner. There's a lot of servants basically locked in that you can't get until you clear certain stories. So it gets limited on the choices you can do for these roles. But if there's a different banner going on, like a limited time one, then you don't have to worry about servants being story locked. You can roll for whoever you want to try to roll for. But as you can see, it costs 30 quartz to do a 11 roll. See, before the last update, it used to be just 10 rolls. Now it's 11. So you get 11 chances to get servants or CEs or whichever. So, for the Kalia Gate here, you can basically do daily quests to get EXP cards, Ascension materials, and QP. Now, as you can tell, you can see where the AP says 40. Well, since my max AP is only 28, I can't do anything that's higher than it. So if you want to do something that's a 40 AP, you have to be at a higher level to be able to do that. Thankfully, after clearing Fuyuki, you basically start off at level 9. The interludes are basically stories for certain servants, such as, okay, yeah, the tutorials, the explanations will pop up all the time if you haven't done it before. But to make it short, like, see how it says by completing 3rd Singularity or 4th or Stage 1 Ascension? That basically means, like, if we get Ushiwakamaru here to 1st Ascension, we can do her story. And for each story that's done, you get a reward, or the servant gets a power boost. So always keep that in mind. You want to level up as many servants as you can to try and unlock their stories and more. Now the rank up quests, it's basically once you get them at the max ascension, not only do you get 2 free quartz, but they either get the Noble Phantasm upgraded or a new skill unlocked. So keep that one in mind too, in case you want to use certain servants and they only got 2 skills. This will unlock a 3rd skill for certain servants. Alright, so now you see what it says 8 here? We're gonna go into Fuyuki for a moment. This basically means free quests. And you want to do the free quests because not only do you get Saint Quartz, but you also unlock, once you get a certain number of free quests done, you get a reward for it, for doing so. So as you can tell, there's a lot of free quests here. Now there's certain ones that's going to be a bit higher than others, like Danger Zone here. Level requirement 40. That means you have to have a servant at least level 40 or higher to take this on. Because it is not easy to do. Because you're going to be facing a very powerful servant. Well, it could be servant, creature, whichever. So, we're gonna pop into this for a second. Now, the good thing is, you get support servants to help you out, but you have to have them on your friends list. If you don't have them on your friends list, you won't be able to access the Noble Phantasms. So you see how it's grayed out like that? Which means you won't be able to use it. Let's see now. Yeah, since we pretty much don't have anyone to follow or anyone on the friends list, it kind of wouldn't be a good idea to take this on. So if you have someone you know who's been doing this for a while, you can ask them if they can add you to their friends list to help you out. Because the FGO community is great, really. There's a lot of helpful people out there, and there's a lot of streamers to do it that make guides, walkthroughs, and all that stuff. Try to keep everyone entertained. So you don't have to worry about going in blind or anything. There's always going to be a guide from one person to another. So we're going to back out of that for a moment. And we're going to go to the first singularity. Now, for Yuki here, that's basically the prologue / beginning. So you don't have to worry about things from there. Also, we'll go to my room for a minute. So, what you want to do is... Now this is very important. This is very important. You want to make sure to go to issue transfer number. This way, you can get a transfer number, which is basically a number you can use and your own password that you can put in to save in case something happens to your data. Like you have it on a tablet, and something happens to the tablet where you can't use it anymore. With the transfer number, you can basically recover your account from whichever device it's on and put it onto another. So you don't have to worry about losing your data. Because once you put in your own password here, and then verify it, basically put in the password again, and hit register, it'll give you a transfer number to be used. So, you'll always have a transfer number to use, but it can only be used once. If you want to use it again, you have to make a new password and get a new number. So it's basically a one-time use, but as long as you keep refreshing, yeah, that'll work. Refreshing the transfer number, you're basically good to go on your account. Now, let me show you something with the item list. Let's see now. Yeah, so basically, Clan Fuyuki, you basically give him 5 pieces here: Saber, Archer, Lancer, Rider, Caster, and Assassin. Those are used to help ascend the servants, but you're gonna need more than just single-digit ones. The Holy Grail here. Now, you get those from clearing certain events or singularities and such. Like, if you use that on a servant that's at max level, like level 80 for 4 stars, you can make them more powerful. The more grails you use, you can get them all the way up to level 100. But you'll need not only the materials, but also a lot of QP. So, it's a small grind to get the servants to level 100, but it's worth it. Now, let's go to Orleans. Now, each singularity is a story. So if you want to skip the story, you're able to. Or if you want to go through the story to find out what's going on, you can hit auto, so that way it auto plays. But we're gonna skip the story for now, so we'll skip the cutscene. So, alright, here we are on this, on the first singularity. So, you can only go to where it says section number. Also, you see how the AP says 4? Pretty much, if you're just starting out, the AP is going to be cut in half to use. So, this for basically all the stories from the first singularity and up, so you can basically catch up. You don't have to worry about running out of AP and be like, oh no, I have to wait until my AP refills to continue the story. I don't want to use these golden, the apples I have. I want to save them. Oh look, it's half off. I can keep going. And each time you level up, your AP gets restored. So no matter what, you're always going to have AP to use for a while. Whew. Okay, so you see how these names have the Noble Phantasms showing? And you see those little boots there? If you follow certain... If you choose to follow someone on here, you can use their noble... You can use the servant's Noble Phantasm, and it doesn't take up a friend slot. So you don't have to worry about having them wait for a friend request to be accepted and all. You'll be able to use it right away. So let's see now. We're going to be going against archers and sabers and lancers. So, aha! We'll go with using Okita Soji. Now, she is an event servant, so you won't be seeing her until her event banner rolls up. And to be fair, there's a stream team that I know who one of the members is a really big Okita fan, like all forms of her. So I don't blame them, and they work hard on a lot of stuff they do. So, as you can tell, see what says battle 1 out of number? That means that's how many battles you gotta do. And same with remaining enemies. So there's 2 remaining enemies. So, okay, so we got quick cards, which are green. We have art cards that are blue, and buster cards, which are red. The buster cards increase damage significantly. Arts helps increase the Noble Phantasm bar, and Quick here,
いざそうお好きなように
it gives you Star Drops for doing critical damage. Now, if you have if you use 3 cards with the same character's face on it, they can do 3 attacks plus an extra attack. So, as you can see, the enemies here are pretty low level, so we don't have to worry about things right now, but it can become a bit complicated. So,
お任せをはい承知そこ
yeah, no, I did that. So, you see by having
それなりに
the servants at a higher level, they do more damage and able to clear the waves easily. Now, bond levels, that's the thing. So once you get them to bond level 5, you unlock all the profile for them. And let's say you get them bond level 6, depending on which servant it is, like if it's a 5-star, 4-star, or 3-star, they'll give you Saint Quartz. 2 stars and 1 stars, they'll give you different items as well. And once you get them to level 10, you'll be given a craft essence just for them. But that takes a very long time to do. So no need to rush or anything. Ooh, got dehydrated. There's a lot of bigger streamers that do stuff like this and all, but I figured since many of them are busy with other projects or a little burnt out or trying to do other things in their daily routines, I figured why not have a small thing put together. Now when you clear a quest, one of the arrows here that gets highlighted. Once they're all highlighted, you get the reward, plus you can move onward. And first time clearing the quests, you also get a Saint Quartz. So, you see how it says first reward? So after the 2 arrows and the infinity symbol here, after you clear all 3 stages of it, you get the reward, and then after that, you can basically repeat the quest over and over and over as much as you want, as long as you have the AP. That's a form of farming for different materials. So, we're gonna use Berserkers this time. And yeah, this time I'm gonna be using the servant Janine D'Arc Altair Summer version. So we're gonna skip the story. Alright, so you see how Sathino here only has 1 skill? Well, she'll get another skill when she ascends. So basically, when you get her up to her max level, her ascension will happen once you have the right materials, and that'll unlock another skill. She'll get her 3rd skill on her 3rd ascension. So pretty much look like this. first ascension, second... No, base, first ascension, and third ascension. Now then, since we don't have any archers, we don't get the class advantage, but berserkers, they got a class advantage over many classes. So, what we're going to do is do that, and that. So you see where it says effective? That means they basically get an instant critical boost. Right here is the Noble Phantasm. You want to save that for when it is absolutely needed. It takes a while to get the bar back up to 100 because no matter the percent you have it at, the Noble Phantasm drains the whole bar. So, let's say you have it at 105 here. If you use it, the whole bar goes down to 0. So no matter how high you have it, the whole bar will drain when you use the Noble Phantasm. Now, if you have the same character attack in a row... Okay. Here's where I can show it. So, let's see now. I'm gonna hit back. We're gonna use the Fallen Witch skill, which increases attack and can inflict burn during normal attacks. The Master skill here basically is your skills. You have 3 skills you can use to help out your servants. By doing so, make the battle a little bit lighter. Not easier. The difficulty is still going to be the same. But it'll make the battle a little lighter. So we get healing, attack boost, and evade. Evade is basically, well, dodge attacks. But there are going to be some enemies that has skills that will hit you, will hit your servants, even if they have evade up, so be careful of that. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go with you. Actually, you first. So, first, second, third. There's the extra attack. So, as you can tell, the Noble Phantasm counts as an attack card, but not an attack row. So if you have 3 row, a full line of the same character cards, they can do attack 4 times basically. Alright, see where it says max AP goes up? It's now 31. Max cost is 38, meaning the number of servants you can have goes up. And max friends, you can have up to 29 friends. Now then, one thing I do want to show, though. We'll do it right here, too. Okay, so just to point this out, there's going to be a lot of people using certain event servants. Because unfortunately, depending on when you start and all, you'll miss out on getting those event servants. But don't worry, there's still plenty of servants in the game that you can use that are just as powerful or even more powerful. Plus, it doesn't depend on their power, but on how you use them, if you like them, don't like them. It's all by preference. Not like, oh, you have to use them. Well, okay. There's gonna be a quest servants that will join up with you. Well, guest servants, really. And sometimes you'll have to use the guest servants along with yours. But don't worry, it's not through the whole thing. It just happens a couple times. So we're gonna use Shuten Doji here. Alright, so you see at the bottom here where it says cost? That's the cost of how much it'll take to put the servant into the party. Like, since Mash here is always at 0, you can always have her in any party you want. 4 stars are going to be 12 cost. 5 stars are normally 16 cost. 3 stars are 7. Let's see now. 2 stars are 4. And 1 star is a 3. Now then, let's add another servant here. Let's go with Kojiro, because he's the assassin. Assassins have an advantage against rider classes. So, you see how the arrow goes up? That means you have an advantage. If it goes down, you have a disadvantage. Like how Caster here, in Caster Ku, the arrow goes down, meaning they won't do much damage, but they'll take double damage. Alright. Let's start the quest. We'll skip the story. So, okay, so you see how it says just battle 1-on-1? This is the only enemy you have to fight, or whichever enemy is remaining. One moment, folks, one moment. Had to hydrate myself. It's being a solo commentator, it's a little bit rough on the voice, but worth it. Okay, so let's see now. Aha, here we go. We'll use Shuten's charm of intoxicating aroma of fruits. Basically, it'll inflict charm and lower defense to all enemies. So charm normally goes by gender, but sometimes there'll be servants who says just to inflict. So it could be any gender or anything really. Like, we just charmed the Wyvern here. Since it's charmed, it cannot attack at all. Charm, stun, makes it so no attacks from it. Now we'll use the Instant Enhance to power up Sathino. So, we have 3 of her character cards. Since we don't have 3 quick, 3 green, we can use all 3 of her cards for an extra attack. So as you can tell, by doing this, it makes it a lot easier to defeat the enemy. Now, just to just to be fair, the reason a couple of these servants are up to like bond level 2 is because they were in the party since I pretty much started on Fuyuki. So they kind of get a small bit of a head start on the bonds. Now, Mash, she gets her bonds as throughout the story, so she won't get max bond level until pretty much near the end. There's 7 singularities to go through. Alright, so let's take a quick look at this for a second. Alright, so we have 24 quartz, which means 6 more, and we can do a 10 roll. Or no, let's save the tickets for right now. Thankfully, going through these don't take that long. Alright, so we'll switch out. We should. Yeah, no. You don't want to send level 1 servants into battle, because they're kind of like glass. And losing servants too fast can be hurtful. Alright, so we're gonna clear out these enemies fast. Now, since Shuten's at level 90, she can do a lot of damage. But since we don't have that class bonus, we can only do the base damage. Okay, so you see this little icon here at the top right hand corner? That's a command code. Different command codes can give boosts to the servants depending on which card you put them on. So if you get a command code card, don't worry, you can still you can use it. You just have to get a item called Code Unlock, which basically unlocks the card for you to be able to add the command code into. I worded that so badly. I'll show you the example a little bit better after this fight. Also, this game is free to play. It's just you can choose to. Well, I'll show that in just a moment as well. Probably the first things I should have gone over. Whoopsie. Alright, so we'll go to shop for a second. So, you see what it says buy Saint Quartz? Since this is a gacha game, which is basically a lottery game, well, lottery in a way, you can spend money to get quartz to be able to do rolls, but if you stick with just going to free play for right now, you'll be able to get more quartz along the way. So you don't have to worry about the whole buying quartz for server rolls and all that. Like, that's an optional thing, obviously. Alright, let's see now. Who we got here for... Alright, let's go over here. Okay, yeah, so... We'll use a Berserker. Let's use some Mysterious Heroine X Altair. Yeah, there's a lot of Altairs in this game. So we're going to skip the story here. Alright, so we got 2 battles to do.
戦闘です。マスター、指示を。
Oh, right, I was going to show the command codes.
それで。
Whoopsie! Oh, that tends to happen.
どうかしら。
I started explaining one thing and it's like, oh, I gotta go back to explaining this. Oh, whoops, I forgot about that. Oh boy.
はい。
It can be a thing at times. So, I like, there are some servants that can do AoE attacks. Well, AoE Noble Phantasms, which can pretty much wipe out the enemies all at once by having their Noble Phantasm gauge at max. But
了承。はい。フライ。頼もしい。
it all depends on which servant you use and what the level is going to be at. And yes, I could have done that one a little bit better. So we'll do this. Well, Sathina will finish off that Wyvern.
はい。
And have X Altair take on the other.
沈み。見事な采配です。先輩。
Alright. So that battle's done. If I can hit the button right. Alright. And we got a Dragon Fang material item. Alright, so... Right. Before I forget again...
ダヴィンチちゃんの強化ラボへ。今日ものんびり始め。
Command codes. So basically... We'll select Sathina here. To unlock the command codes, you need certain items. Like Quick Code Opener, Arts, and Buster. This unlocks it so you can put in command cards. Each card has a different effect, and it gives you a certain little extra boost to what they can do.
よろしい。存分に試してきたまえ。
Alright, let's see now. Now skills can be enhanced. So like, you see how the one is highlighted? That means you have the materials to increase that skill, but it takes different items like gems here. So once you power up a skill, you have to basically if you don't have enough of said requirement gems, like Gem of Saber, you have to basically go farm for them.
仕上がりはどう？
And this can be done during the dailies. So each different day there's a different different farming quests for like materials or EXP cards and all. So
4周年のリアルイベント。
So you see where it says Fragment Exchange? When you have 7 of them, you can exchange them for 1 quartz. So if you let them build up, you'll be able to have, like, let's say you have, let's see now. What's a good number? 24 quartz saved up. The fragments. by trading in all of them, you basically get 3 Saint Quartz. Alright, so we're gonna use Gilgamesh here. So we're gonna skip the story. So let's get these guys taken out fast. But yeah, as you can tell, the enemies are gonna start getting a little bit stronger, so you have to be careful. Now NP gain basically means you can get your NP up faster. Now getting 3 arts cards in a row, that gives your Noble Phantasm gauge an extra 20 right off the bat. So just by doing that, we pretty much filled up Gilgamesh's NP gauge. Alright, there we go. There we go. So where it says danger, that means that's the enemy you want to be careful of. But we'll use Charisma A+, which powers up all allies' attacks. So basically, the more buffs you do to a servant, the stronger their attacks are going to be. And Gilgamesh here is an AoE Noble Phantasm user. So let's show what a AoE can do. Ta-da! Reduced to not even dust would remain. Excuse me. Oops. Skip the cutscene there. So each singularity is going to have a certain number of sections to go through. So, like, let's say there was 4 arrows here. You have to go through it 4 times before getting the reward now. Riders and sabers. We'll use Gilgamesh again. And we got Sathino here, so we're good for it now. So we'll skip the story. Alright, so give him the NP gauge up. Let's attack a Wyvern.
まあ勇者様や
Yeah, so when it starts feeling a small challenge, even with the class advantage, it'd be a good idea to consider leveling up certain servants.
お好きなように了解です
Now just make sure that this Wyvern goes down.
頼もしいわや
Now you see how Mashley was poisoned? That poison is going to stay until a certain number of turns. And it'll still do damage, as poison would normally do in a game. So, by clicking on character, go to status, you can see how many turns it's going to be. It's like we're going to have the poison there for 4 more turns. But there's some there's some skills you can use to get rid of it. But we don't have it right now.
あらさあここありがとうほら見て
Alright. And we're at the 1 hour mark, folks. I hope everyone's having fun. If you think others might enjoy it, you're more than welcome to share the link. Let's keep this fun rolling and going, shall we?
まあ勇者様
Alright. Now we can do the AoE. Well, almost. Now we can. Or, since there's only one of him, we can do straight up attacks, because he's only got 11,000 HP. And we're pretty much doing that much damage with just all 3 cards. Alright, so... Hey, look! We got more AP now! The max is up to 32. So you're basically gonna have to gain about 8 more levels before you can have the max AP of 40. To get some of the 40 AP quests done. But like I said, it's no rush. You can take your time with it. Alright, so... Alright, so we're gonna back up for a second. Let's see now, we're gonna go to shop.
いらっしゃいさあさずずいっと奥ま塵も積もれば山となる
Okay,
小さな
so
作業こそ細やかに
we're gonna exchange 7 of the 9 we have to get 1 quartz. That's 1 quartz closer.
君に幸運がありますように
Now,
何かあったらまたよろしくね
the event items basically
交換と
you have to do the event to get the exchange done.
まだ見ていくかい結構私も取り返しはつかない
Now the burden, it's basically
気をつけてね
like, let's say you have more than 5 of some of these CEs, you can burn them to get QP or mana. Now, mana prisms, let's say, well, at pretty much at the start of every month, the summon tickets, EXP card sets, and the foe cards are refreshed. So, even if you have enough to get the whole stack, you don't have to worry about it being gone forever. It refreshes at the start of each month. Alright, so let's see now. Dealing by quest is going to take a little bit of time. Let's enhance the servant. So yeah, let's give it to Sathino. So we will give her 10. That'll get her up to level 28. So that helped out a good deal. And to make it a little bit easier. Whoops, nope, wrong one. We'll give her 2 more to get her to the level 30. So basically, if we get her 10 more levels, we can ascend her. But one, make sure we have a variety. So, it's hard to figure out who to level up next, aside from Mash Kraylight and Sathino here, because we only got 9 more of the gold EXP cards. Let's save them for now. Alright, so we're gonna go back out of this. We're gonna go back to Fuyuki and take on this 15 AP quest. Alright, so this symbol here, that's for foreigner class servants. Right now, pretty much all the foreigner class servants are eliminated events. And the ones with this symbol here, that's alter egos. There's pretty much only one story alter ego servant you can get that's not event locked. So let's see now. You know what? Let's go with Demon King Nobunaga. Dun 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 dun. I mean, it would be good if we had her unlocked, but it should be helpful for now. So even if you do get defeated in a quest battle, you can use a Saint Quartz or the 3 command seals you got for another shot at it without redoing the whole battle. So, I'm gonna give everyone's defense a boost. I'm gonna hold off on that for a minute. Alright.
であるか了解です
So yeah, we chose an Avenger class when we should have gone with a foreigner, because they would have been able to deal with it a little bit more effectively. Alright, so Invincible to Nobu. I should have done that the other way. So you see how the Shadow Berserker is level 62? You want to make sure you're at a good high level for it. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Alright. We'll try like this. Ow. Ow. Alright. So since Nobu's able to... So since Nobu Naga here has 3 character cards, she can do 4 attacks, which is definitely going to be helpful. We'll definitely need that up just in case. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Oh, dick. Yeah. Actually, hold on. In case he decides to go nuts for Kojiro here. Oh yeah, that's not good. Alright, so yeah, we're kinda in a small corner here. Oh well. Do what you can, Kojiro. Do what you can. Yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit. Yeah, so don't get discouraged. Like, if you lose all your summons, you can use 3 command spells or sand quartz. But this one's totally on me because I kind of should have gone with a foreigner, but yeah. So we'll use the command spells, but don't get too used to using command spells because it takes a long time for them to come back up. But when you use all 3, you basically get full health, all your servants back, and the NP gauge is up. Oh, dip! So, yeah, that was a fast, fun way to gain some levels. So we'll send a request. So with stuff like that, you can't use the servants you got following. You have to use friend servants. So that's a lesson learned. Now it changes. Meaning you won't be able to grind that. Alright, so we have... Oh, dip. Okay, so we just need 2 more quartz. So we will progress through the story a little bit more. Alright, thankfully it won't take that long. Oh, here we go. Okta Altair. Now, we don't have to worry that much because this one's not as strong as the Shadow Berserker we fought. But it is a good idea to be careful when facing Berserkers. So, Berserker Lancer. Oh boy. Right, so do that. You can have them done in any order. Just make sure to be careful. You don't want to do an accidental party wipe. Here we go, here we go. So, buff up Okta Altair. And she's going to go bananas on him. So her Noble Phantasm is an AoE one. Hey, that helped out even more. Here we got max AP of 38 now. But I do hope everyone is having fun so far. And I know that my assistance guide here is a bit crude and a little rough, but some things some points are getting across, I hope. So for this one, we'll use Okta Altair again because foreigner classes, they're basically super effective against riders, casters, and assassins, but they're not effective against sabers, archers, or lancers. So if you got a friend that has an alter ego servant, or if you have one, then by all means use them. They will be a good addition to your team when clearing out stories and events and pretty much anything else. Oh, look! He'll be a good example. I said here, not he. Cause, yeah. So we'll give Okta Altair some buffs and hit them with an AoE attack again.
忘れた必殺魔人さんビーム
Yeah, sometimes when they do the Noble Phantasms, they'll say different things, so it's not always going to be the same thing said. They'll have different voice lines. So, pretty much like what I did there with Okita Altair, I was able to one-turn them. Defeat them in one turn, so... I'm going with Old Man Li Shu-wen. He is an event servant, so I think. I'm pretty sure he is. Okay, so there's three of them in fight. Wow. Deck the dragon. Deck the halls with dragons' faces. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. It had to be done. Oh, yeah. So yeah, the more powerful the servant you got, the faster this will go. We'll get his NP maxed out. And let's hit him hard. Oh! 105,000 damage. Wow. That's amazing. That's what happens when you got a full powered servant like that, and if you can buff him correctly. But hey, at least we pretty much blasted through this section almost all the way. But yeah, as you go along through the stories, you'll be able to unlock more summons to help you. So let's say once we finish this singularity, it's not going to be done in this part. No. There's a lot to it. You'll be able to unlock the summons that helps you out in it. But what I will do is, when I finish streams like this, for the assistant guides and all, I'll be doing a off-screen grinding to get the XP cards and all. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Get him! Woo! Yeah, that could have been a little better, but that one's on me. Alright, so we'll have Sathino take out this one. Hopefully, hopefully.
どうかしら。まあ勇者様。え？この思いあなたに届きますように。
Alright. So, like, if a servant has a skill to increase the NP gauge, try to level up as much as you can. Or if one of your friends has it on your friends list that's at max level, go ahead and use it because it'll definitely be able to help get the gauge a lot closer to max. Whoops. So like, okay. Let's see now. No. So like, there's a couple of craft essences that helps boost the NP gauges. Like the one on Okta Altair here. So the craft essence that Okta Altair has is called Kaleidoscope. It pretty much gets the NP gauge up to 80% charged. But if you max limit break it, which is basically getting 4 copies of it, or 4 other copies of it, and put it on top of the 5th one, at max limit break, it'll be right up at 100% right off the bat. But it is a 5-star CE, so it does make it a little bit difficult to get. Alright, so hold on. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we are going to, as 5. We're gonna blast through this free quest here, so we can get the Saint Quartz. Because all we need is just one more, and then we can do a 11 roll. Because I know there's a lot of you who's looking forward to seeing how the banner rolls work out. And yeah, I know I kind of been stalling a little on that, so that one's on me. But like I said, it's mostly for a guide to help out beginners. I mean, I don't know how good it is, because this is kind of my first time doing something like this for a game that's been out for a while. But hopefully it'll be of use to others. Alrighty. Let's see how much we can do here. Got him. Ooh, that did it. Yeah, so we just gotta clear that quest 2 more times. Send request. And then we can get that last quartz we need to do an 11 roll. Excuse me. So yeah, the Arjuna Altair and Minamoto Noriko here, they're event servants as well. And they're both AoE servants. So they are definitely helpful if you're trying to... excuse me. If you're trying to do grinding. Like farming EXP cards or Ascension materials.
了解です。はい、お好きなように。やー
Nice. With Mash, sometimes people call it Mashu or Mash. It's like, I'm just gonna go with either one because it's still the same name, just said differently.
まあ、勇者様。
So you can choose how you want to pronounce your name. It's just all the servants here are gonna have a lot of different names pronounced differently. So, yeah.
承知いたしました。あらあらまあまあ、痛いですか。頼もしいわ。頼もしいわ。
And there's always a different lore behind each servant.
それなりに楽しかった。
Some good, some very, very dark. And some you can't help but relate to. So, okay. Let's see now, once this catches up some. Alright. So once we get this one cleared out, we'll get the last quartz we need. Ooh, here we go. But yeah, you can, right now at our level we can have to over 30 friends on our friends list. But as you get stronger and level up, you're able to get more and more friends added to your list.
戦うだなんて。そんな。はい、お好きなように。それで。沈み。
Sometimes using berserkers on quests like these are definitely very effective. Because the classes that berserkers are weak to, well, aren't as effective against, are alter egos. I mean, not alter egos. Wow, foreigners. Foreigners.
それで。
Ugh.
お好きあら。
I'm getting tongue-tied already.
沈み。まあ、勇者様。え？
So yeah, some of the extra classes on this, like foreigners, alter egos, avengers, a good portion of them are kind of, well, event locked.
それで。了承。
So if you want them, you kind of have to make sure you're able to get them during the event, because many events last between
頼もしいわ。
about up to 2 weeks, so that gives you plenty of time.
お腹が空いてしまったわ。
But if you want previous ones, it's kind of hard to do because there's some event servants that only got one campaign appearance, which means they don't get a rerun or show up again. So, be careful on which ones you want to get. Now then, we're gonna go back to the terminal. Now then, we're gonna do a summon. So, what we're gonna do here, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna select from the banners, the event banners. So, if we get an event servant, which will be kind of dependent on the roles, normally we want to use them, but since this is going to be a no event servant run, we'll have to put them in the second archive for a while. I know that's kind of mean, but anyway, so here's a summon method that is used by a group of streamers called the Caldia Gurus. The Guru Method. Yes, I'm doing a shout out to them because they do a lot of good work on FGO content, all kinds of other content. So, let me just do one thing. Alright, so I put their Twitch name in the chat if you want to check out their streams and stuff. Because they got Twitch, they got YouTube, all kinds of good stuff. And Patreon as well. Now then, for the Guru Method, normally it'd be 3 10 friend point rolls, but since we're kind of low on that, we're going to do 3 single friend point rolls. So it goes 3 friend point rolls, then 2 single rolls on the banner you want, and then a 11 roll. So that's 1. Here's 2. And here is number 3. And yeah, you can choose to skip it if you want, but sometimes there's some in-game animations that happen during the summons. Also, one thing I do want to explain, the automatic burning. Pretty much, let's say you want to burn the 1-star CEs, foes, and EXPs. By unhighlighting them, they'll instantly automatically get burned. So if you want to get the 1-star CEs, then keep them highlighted like so. But if you unhighlight them, they'll get burned to QP. Or mana prisms. Now then, let's see now. We'll do the BB one. So we'll do 10 single rolls because we got the summon tickets, which is very helpful. So here we go. A 1. Oh, neat. Servant. Jin K. Yeah, she's in the friend point banner, so you'll be able to get her no matter. You'll be able to get her without worry.
失敗した身で召喚されるというのも複雑な気分だが、今度はうまく立案しよう。
Alright, so that was the first one. Now for number 2. And it's gonna be a event, well, a craft essence. So, when you see 1 ring, that means it's gonna be a craft essence. 3 rings means it's a servant. But sometimes you can do it in the friend point banner. Sometimes the single rings can be command codes. Alright, so we did 2 single rolls. Now for the 11 roll. Alright, let's see what luck has in store for us. Let's go, 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 go. Hey, a servant. Lancer class. That would be Proto Ku. The younger version of Ku Lancer. Oh, neat, another servant. Oh, ooh. When it does this, that means it's a mutation. That means it changes from silver to gold. And we get a 4-star. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Now that's an event CE. CEs are shorter terms for calling it craft essences, so it's a little helpful. Caster! Mephistopheles! I know I said that wrong. I just call him Mephi. Alright, so far it's, we got some pretty interesting rolls so far. Caster Medea. Not bad, not bad. She's a pretty good, 3-star caster. Yeah, sometimes you'll end up getting the same CEs or servants in the same role, so don't worry. It happens. And yeah, sometimes it'll be difficult to get the servant you're looking for. If they're a 4 or 5-star. But if you sometimes get mutations or some good luck right off the bat, and hey, you got some luck there.
Alustarの空風林ランサー一つよろしく頼むぜ。
But no, that's some pretty good roll in there.
さて、召喚されたアサシンだ。神名は内緒ってことだ。なーに、すぐにわかるだろうよ。
So, that assassin there, his true name is kinda hidden.
どうやら大当たりのようですよ、マスター。
I'll show him in a moment.
メフィストフェレス、マカリコスでございます。
あら、ずいぶんと可愛らしいマスターなのね。
Alright, so the assassin here, because his true name's not showing up, it's connected to one of the later singularities, because some of them hide the true names, so it's not a glitch or anything, it's just their way of saying, you gotta find me. You gotta find my true name. So that was a pretty decent 11 roll. So normally you can choose to save the tickets, because see how the number went down to 7 here? When you get it all the way down, you can do 2. When you do another single roll, it gives you 2 instead of 1. So we'll do 3 singles over here, and then 3 singles on the other banner. And yeah, you can choose to save the tickets if you want, or use them if you want. All those are entirely up to you. 2. Hey! That'll work. And we'll do 1 more. Berserker Foe. Alright, so we'll use the 3 tickets on here. So we'll just do 3 straight up singles. Hey, let's see what kind of fun servant we get this time. Another Mephi. Alright. There's CE. Neat. And last one. Do-do-do-do. Hey, a servant. Neat. Ah, another Medea. There you go. Alright, so we'll back out of that. So we'll go to enhance.
いらっしゃい。千里の道も一歩から。
Noble Phantasm. So we'll select the Medea that's locked. Selected copies. And those will power up her Noble Phantasm. The highest you can get with Noble Phantasm is 5. Her Noble Phantasm is a little bit, yeah. It can do a lot of heavy damage to one target and restore her NP gauge at the same time. So that's kind of a double yes.
仕上がりはどう？
Alright, so let's see now. So, alright. So, our max HP AP is still just 38. So, before we end the stream, let's take a look at the Summer Event rerun. So, when it says no battles, that means you don't have to worry about any kind of battles at all. So there's gonna be no AP costs to be used, no battles to do. We're going to skip the story. Yeah, this revival event. I mean, honestly, if I started this maybe about a week and a half earlier, we could have fully had her. So, 4-star welfare servant. That means if we complete the story in time, we'd be able to unlock her. But since there's only a few days left and it's still kind of real low level, yeah, we wouldn't be able to do it in time because some of these fights are a bit challenging if you're just starting out. Okay. I don't know why that happened. Okay, but yeah, limited time servants. If you don't finish the main story quests, or any kind of quest where it unlocks them to join your party, they're basically gone. So if you level them up and all that stuff, and you don't get the quest done in time, that's kind of an ouch. So yeah, you can choose to do this if you want, but because of the time limit that's left, event period 3 days, it kind of makes it a little bit tricky. Anyway, this will be a good place to stop. I hope everyone had fun. If you enjoyed it, you are more than welcome to hit the follow and the subscribe button if you'd like. It's all up to you. I hope this guide helped out a little bit. We'll be doing more a bit later, probably sometime within the week or so. So probably when we do start it up again, the summon event won't be here. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get to the Welfare Servant Summon Janine Altair. So don't fret. There's more servants to come across. But once again, I hope everyone had fun. This was a good time going. We got a good amount covered. So this is Luminar. I'm heading out. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.